Now, default weakness refers to the flesh that is in every human being. That makes it easier to do evil than good. You see, no matter who you are, it doesn't matter whether you are anointed, you are who, whatever, it is easier for you to do evil than good. Doing evil sometimes is more convenient than doing good. And that is a default weakness in mankind after the fall. When Adam ate the tree of knowledge of good and evil, what happened was that Satan's nature was imbibed. Now, this world, it is easier to do evil than good in this world. Apart from that, you as a human being, in your body, it is easier to do evil than good. So a time will come when Jesus Christ comes. That's why salvation is in 3 stages. He saves us in our spirit. That why he delivers us from the penalty of sin. When you are born again, the penalty of sin, you have been delivered from it, which is death, which is eternal death. Now, the salvation of the soul is the work that he does on your soul. The breaking, the pruning, the chiseling, the rebuke, the correction, the feeding, they all constitute the work he does in our soul. And that one is to deliver us from the power of sin. But the third salvation is of the body. When Jesus appears, our bodies will be changed instantly. And that delivers us from the presence of sin. So the penalty of sin is dealt with. The power of sin is still being dealt with. But the presence of sin will be dealt with when Jesus Christ comes. That's when he comes, our body will change. They will have transfigured bodies, translated spirit, transformed souls in transfigured bodies. There will be no limitation. So when Jesus Christ comes and will take on our glorious bodies, that's where we will see our true identity. So John said, beloved, we don't know what we are now. 1 John 3 verse 1. He said, behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be called children of God. Therefore, the world does not know us, because it did not know him. Verse 2. Beloved, now we are children of God. It has not yet been revealed what we shall be. But we know that when he is revealed, we shall be like him. For we shall see him as he is. So when we see him, the final phase of salvation is accomplished. When Christ appears, our bodies will be changed. So the weakness, the default weakness in man will be taken away. Till then, we need to hopelessly and helplessly rely on God's grace. The only thing that can sustain us through this life, for us to finish the battle, is grace, divine energy. Because there's a default weakness in man. No matter who you are, if God doesn't give you energy, you will never be able to do good. Oh, you think you are good? You think you are good? Listen, you think you are good? You think they raise you well, right? You have good training. And so that's what will keep you from the evil of this world. You are lying. Nobody is good inherently. It is the element called grace that empowers our function. That element called grace, it is what we must take advantage of. If you see anything good in anybody, it is grace that enables the person to do it. Because human beings by default, we have weakness by default. If you leave a man or a woman unattended to, he will naturally take a path opposite God. If God was to leave us, naturally we will take a path opposite God. We will never go God's direction. Nobody will say, if even I was not born again, I would have gone God's direction. You are lying. You can't. Because there's a weakness in man. We are predisposed to Satan's direction by default. And unless God grants grace and empowers us, we'll just go down that direction.